Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Demon Slayer, and today the new Mortal Kombat trailer just dropped. Mortal Kombat 2, coming this October, somewhere later in the year. And I just thought, since I'm a huge Mortal Kombat fan, and I've played all the games, MKX, MK11, we don't talk about Mortal Kombat 11 actually. And so yeah, I just wanted to give my thoughts on it because I have mixed feelings about some stuff, positive things about the others. But I wasn't the biggest fan of the first movie, but I think they're trying to correct the mistakes that they made in that one, at least. And all things considered, if you want just my basic thoughts, I think it's a pretty decent trailer. It's got a lot of promising material, some promising moments, and I think that once we get like the fully completed version of the film, that there's a lot of potential for it to be good. That being said, there is also a lot of potential for it to be bad, and one of the things that I wanted to focus on first was the direction that they took with Johnny Cage. Because it's not looking too good for the most part. Now, Johnny Cage, truth be told, he's not my favourite character in the series, but he's definitely one of the better protagonists of the Mortal Kombat games. I mean, the games don't really have a protagonist, probably the wrong word to choose, but Johnny was like the most... I don't know how to put it, but he was the most appealing to fans because he was such a relatable character where he kind of took you through the world and you kind of explored it in the first place, which is what they tried to do in the first one with Cole Young. But what they ended up doing was making an incredibly boring character who could have easily been Johnny Cage from the games. And it seems like that's what they're doing in this one. They seem to be changing it so that Johnny Cage is now the protagonist and Cole Young will most likely be killed off. Which is good in my opinion, because Cole Young was a very interesting character. My problem is that Carl Urban's voice does not fit Johnny Cage whatsoever. He's very much, I think he's from New Zealand, but he's very much like a New Zealand actor. When he tries to do the American accent, I don't know, it just comes off a bit weird in this film. I know, like, a bit strange compared to the other cast, which I don't think is his fault, but I just think for this Johnny Cage, it doesn't suit him well, considering that he's much older than his game counterpart, which could work, but again, this is like the second film in a probably ongoing film series. So, as of now, Johnny Cage as a protagonist is not a bad idea, but it's not the best one, let's just say. Obviously, Xiao's look in the film is actually pretty good, and I think he's going to be a much more menacing villain compared to Shang Tsung. Baraka does not look very good. Like, I like his design overall, but the mouth is just... it's just not working with it. I mean, I think Raiden's going to be as useless in this one as he was in the last one, because either he fights in the tournament or steamrolls everyone, or they do the Raiden twist, turns into human again, which I don't think will work. But my second point, which is probably the most controversial part of the trailer from what I've seen of the reactions online, is a certain character and her design, let's just say. Jade does not look like Jade in this film. Truth be told, Jade was not always my favourite character in the Mortal Kombat games. I mean, in MK9, she's pretty good, but most of the time, it's just not contributing to the plot. And I think what they're trying to do in this film is, like, have her protect Kitana or be like the Royal Guard or something, which is a cool concept for a character, and I think that's not what people have problem with. I think what people have problems with is the design of the character, which I actually quite like, besides the bow stuff and some shots looking a bit too over-the-top CGI. I think her design looks good. It's just, why doesn't Jade have any hair in the film? I know it's probably a decision that they made intentionally, but this just does not look like Jade. If you had like a little list of Mortal Kombat characters, I mean there's hundreds of them, so it's not completely fair, and if you showed them this, I reckon their first guess probably wouldn't be Jade. But other than that, I think she's like alright. I think she's gonna, from shots that we see, she's in the Netherrealm with some of the other characters, where I feel like the big climax of the film is going to be, or at least a significant fight is going to take place there. And I feel like she's going to help the good guys. I'm not sure, but as of now, I don't completely hate the design, but it is one of the weaker ones, compared to the other good designs in the film, like Xiao's, which are pretty much perfect. Could be worse. We could be Annihilation Jade, so I'm just going to take this as a win. The shot where like the lanterns light up and everything, I thought it was the Kamidogu for a second, but I think that's just like festival lanterns or something. Looks like Scorpion's going to be back for this one. We get a lot more of the Netherrealm. We get some fatalities here and there. Obviously Shao Kahn executes who I think might be Jared or just a random Edenian person, but we don't know that for sure. But yeah, Scorpion, he's pretty much the highlight of the first film, so I'm pretty glad that he's back. We get to see the Netherrealm, which is cool. Kano, I forgot to mention, he's back as well, and he's probably also the best part of the first film. I think he's going to be a good guy now, or somewhat of a good guy. Those are characters I really like. But easily the best part of the trailer, and the only reason I made this, to be honest, is because they brought Noob Saibot back for the sequel. Easily my favourite character in all of Mortal Kombat. And let's just say, he looks pretty cool. Now, this is no secret if you've seen me like live stream Mortal Kombat before, at Demonic Slayer, of course, please go check it out. But Noob Saibot is easily my favourite and most coolest character, besides maybe Scorpion, Sub-Zero, the obvious ones, in the games. I mean, I love him so much, they tried a whole year to convince myself that the Chaos Reigns DLC wasn't the middest thing I'd ever seen, just because Noob Saibot was there. And in this film, this is the highest praise I can give, they completely nailed his design. I mean, it just looks so good. You got a mix between the Mortal Kombat 11 version, which is the only positive thing I really have to say about that game. It's not terrible, but I think he's just a really cool character. I'm a bit scared though, because from shots we see in the trailer, where everyone else is in the Netherrealm, it seems that they're going to verse off at him at one point. The characters we see versing Noob Saibot or his clones are Johnny Cage, Kano, probably Jade, and Scorpion absolutely demolishes him. So either Scorpion dies, but Noob Saibot lives on, or they kill off Noob Saibot, because there's definitely going to be a third movie, 100%. I think Xiao, they're setting him up as the bigger villain, but I think the main threat is going to be Noob Saibot and these other fighters, and I think they're going to beat Xiao in the third movie. And as cool as seeing Scorpion fight Noob Saibot will be, and I will pay top dollar to see that, I am scared that they'll kill him off, my favourite character. Because that's also a concern, is that most of these characters, it's too much at times to put every single character in, because yeah, it's fan service, but at the end of the day, you're going to have to kill them off, and they're going to have really unsatisfying characters, and they're not going to make like an impact on the story. Like, I won't care when Baraka dies. As a fan I will, but as someone who's watching the movie, they'll just be like, okay. But yeah, I think Noob Saibot is the best part of this, and I think that easily makes this trailer a 10 out of 10. They better not kill him off though, I will be very angry. And that's it. I think the Mortal Kombat 2 movie is promising, a lot of flaws, a lot of things they can fix, but I'm very excited to see where it goes. Just please don't mess it up for like a 5th time.